and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's your girl China Dog with the real. Now we are out here in Indianapolis, Indiana, doing the Circle City Classic. I believe the 32nd Comedy Jam. Now this young lady standing beside me, she acting all quiet and humble, but she is here to see one of the comedians that's on it. I would say the headliner, but you know everybody got their pick of the crowd.
Exactly.
So I'm not even gonna say who she participated and came out here for, but who you out here to see today?
Arnez J.
Arnez J. Now tell us, why are you such an Arnez J fan?
Because every time he comes, I am laughing. He is so funny. Has my stomach hurt?
Well, that's a good reason to come out. Now, do you like his style of comedy because he talks about real life, or is it because he talks about fictional things? What did you
No, real life. His brother.
So, Arnez, if you're watching this, baby, you know that
Yes.
joke works. She came out just specifically for you here at this comedy jam going down at the Old National Theater in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is 2015, and we're here to do the thing to see what's up with it. We're going to do a little skit called Funny Behind the Funny. We want to find out what these comedians are doing backstage before they hit the stage, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get you up on that, on the real, and that's going to be real. Indianapolis, Indiana, at the 20th Circle City Classic Comedy Jam. Right now, I'm with a brother who makes it a point to come out here and support this event. But what he does on a personal level is something that I want you to hear about today. Please introduce yourself to our listeners and tell them what it is that you do, brother.
Well, my name is Kurt Moore, and I'm formerly known as K-Love. I own K-Love's Auto Detailing. And the most important thing that I do in this community is that I hire young men fresh out of prison, young men that are in between jobs, young men that are trying to find their way or basically just trying to change their life. So what I do is give them an opportunity to get on their feet. No, I can't make them rich washing cars, but at the same time, I can give them opportunity or lead them in the right direction. I speak at a lot of churches, a lot of schools. Me, myself, I just served 13 years in the federal penitentiary. I've been home 5 years. But since being home, I have noticed that God has put me in a position to be a hand up to a lot of brothers that need an opportunity to get a job, to maybe go back to school. I speak at a lot of schools, a lot of churches, and speak about the importance of education, speak about the importance of staying away from the streets, gangs, and drugs, and the consequences of just being involved in the streets and what will come from it. So I just thank God for this opportunity, for the things that Regina Marsh has, the platforms that she has placed me on in order to tell my story. And then these things like these comedy shows, the Black Expo, the Circle City Classic, things that they're doing and the positive things that they're making.
Well, my brother, let me ask you this. Being that you are here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and you're fresh out of what I call the oven, the pit, right? Are you familiar with what was going on in Indianapolis, Indiana when they decided the only way that they could combat crime here was to come up with a one-stop shopping center? I.e., ladies and gentlemen, they were going to put the prison, the jail, the probation system, the whole nine up under one roof here in the city. And a lot of people stomped and made a lot of noise in regards to not having that happen. What say you in regards to the city not understanding that it takes more than just housing and probation in order to get these brothers back into society like you have?
Well, I think the main part that I always speak about is the missing link. And the missing link is a lot of brothers that go to jail or that doing bad things out here are not bad people. Now, they may be making bad choices, but they're not bad people.
Big difference.
And the thing is, the link is missing between the programs and the organizations, the one that I may be a part of out here, which is a boot camp of Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, that the link is not connected to the men that are in prison that want to come out and do the right thing. A lot of men want to go to school, want to continue their education. A lot of men want good jobs and want to do right, but they just don't know how. There's no way for them to find out. Now, me, I had a lot of drive, a lot of motivation, a lot of things that made me where I had to make.
Where you sorted out.
Right. That I didn't care if I had to flip a burger, if I had to dig a ditch or whatever it may be. But at the same time, when you get brothers that just don't have that particular willpower but don't want to do the right thing, they're going to turn to what they know best. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is dig into the penal system. We have 2.4 million people locked up in our America's prisons and jails right now. We have the highest rate of incarceration in the world. So what is wrong with that problem? So the problem is the door made to revolve to put brothers back into that 70-something recidivism rate? Or are we really trying to rehabilitate these brothers and sisters which are the highest rate of incarceration right now.
Well, let me tell you to do this, my brother. Please look into the camera and tell our viewers where they can find you at to follow up on what it is that you're doing so that there is somebody that wants to change their life and get a hold of you. Where can they do that?
Well, my business is at 2260 East 38th Street or 7363 Pilnet Pike, K-Love's Auto Detailing. And what I do is I service about 25 different dealerships in which I take young men from the hood or the ghetto, so to speak, to these dealerships and we wash cars on a daily basis. Or you can find me, I work at UPS at night. Or you can find me any given day at Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church where I'm a member. I'm a member of the men's boot camp and I just try to do the right thing.
Where is the Missionary Baptist Church located at, my brother?
It's on East 30th Street, 30th and Emerson.
30th and Emerson, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in Indianapolis and you're trying to make a change, reach out to this brother right here because he's doing the work. We got to quit talking about it and be about it. We appreciate you for your time, my brother. God bless you. I have a female. When I tell you about being a promoter, a community activist, let me just say, this sister just for the people about the people. And that's just what it is that she do. Now, she has been the stage manager for this event ever since I've come to Indianapolis. And I know she's been here over 20 years handling what she's handling. This is the 20th, let's just say, Circle City Classic Comedy Jam. Right now, can I please get to enter into our camera this gracious sister who does so much for the community, Miss Regina March. I just love her to death. Y'all don't know. When I tell you this sister fight for your rights up in here. Anyhow, I'm sorry, let me calm down, Regina. They don't know who you are and what you do back there. Now listen, we're trying to do this little segment right now because you're at your 20th event here, Circle City Classic Jam.
Yes.
Now, Regina, over the years, this is what we want her to do, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all can Google her afterwards, or she gonna give you some information where you can find. But what I want to know is, Regina, behind the scenes, I want the funny behind the funny.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So let's just say Gary just ran by us.
Gary Owens just ran
Comedians such as himself,
Yes.
behind the scene up in here. Tell me some of the crazy requests that you have gotten over the years. Don't give me no name, but just tell me some of the crazy, like somebody don't want orange Skittles in their Skittles. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Who doing this kind of crazy stuff when they come into town?
We had a female comedian
Uh-oh.
who was upset about the hot wings.
Oh.
They wasn't hot wingish enough.
Oh.
Yeah, and she wanted us to go and buy hot wings.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't have enough hot wings. It was 30 for her, and she thought she should have 50 hot wings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that was a request talking about a diva
was
being diva-fied.
that was odd. That was odd.
Now let me ask you this. Let me go way behind the scene. When it comes to these men coming in, they come into town, you get the groupies and stuff going on. Do you get men, comedians, trying to get you to hook them up?
No.
Hook up.
No.
Do they already know better?
No.
You've never had that happen?
I've never had that happen.
Wow. I'm trying to get the dirt and ain't nothing up in
No,
here.
it's-
We're going to find something else.
I would love to say that yes, that's the case, but no, because you import your own.
Mm.
I don't have to be part of that. I ain't
So they can gather their own
Bring
crops.
your own. Bring your own
They
crops.
picking their own
Yes,
potatoes when they
yes.
show up.
I don't do that. I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that.
Well, Virginia, you've been doing this thing for a minute here.
Yes. Thanks
when
to
it comes
Geno
to this.
Shelton. If it wasn't for Geno Shelton.
Now that's another man that we're gonna try to slow him down and see if he'll come and step in front of the cameras for us, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to what it is he do. Because Gino been at it for a minute.
Yes,
He has this I won't say marketing slogan like none I've ever heard before. The first time I heard it, I was like, this man is crazy.
Right.
But it catches on, and you know that it's a Geno Shelton event when you hear tonight, and whatever is going on. And so people have become accustomed to that now. Regina, how long have you been working with, I'm not going to say for, but with Geno Shelton?
At least 20 years.
At least
It's
20
about
years.
20 years now. Yeah.
Now, had your capacity changed over the years? Did you
Well-
start out as an intern with him or something like that? How did you
Well,
become
when
such an
I
entity for him?
moved to Indiana from Los Angeles, I had been doing some larger artists back home. And so when word got around, she's done this. And I started working for a brother named Amp Harris, another local promoter.
Amp Harris, he
And
does that.
then when I worked for him, and then Gino brought me on. And it's just, I work for both of them. They're my brothers. They both just equally just wonderful. And they look out for me. And I look out for them.
And you look out for the community too. Now,
I try my best.
we talked about the comedy show here, but this lady has her own community activism going on. And when I tell you it's awesome, ladies and gentlemen, it's awesome. We're going to try to get at you, Gary, after he looked at it. But anyhow, when it comes to your community activism, Regina, you run a center.
I run a community center, yes.
Now tell them the name of that center and some of the powerful work that you do over there.
Well, I have been at Forest Manor Multi-Service Center for 17 years. Our community center is a nonprofit here in Indianapolis, and it's in the 4621 area code, zip code. And so if you're familiar with Indianapolis, 46218 is that community that has all the ills we talk about, the dropout rates, the crime.
Something that all the comedians want to talk about tonight.
All the stuff in the neighborhood. But, you know, we don't look at it as these are bad things happening in our community. We look at this as opportunities to help people be great. And these are opportunities to move families towards self-sufficiency. So how do we do that? We do everything from after school, summer camp, teen programming. We do workforce development. You just heard from my man Kurt. Kurt also helps us with working with some of our teens that have some issues still in the game and getting them out of the game. We also do reentry programming for brothers coming out of incarceration. 46218 has the largest number of people coming out of incarceration in the state of Indiana. And so we work with brothers and sisters that are coming out of incarceration, helping them find jobs, but not just find jobs, keep jobs. And the other thing now is finding a living wage. Because if you're an African-American man with 3 children and child support and all this other, you at $8.50 an hour, you're taking home $100 every week. So every 2 weeks. So we're trying to look at ways of that. We work with family development, helping families be self-sufficient. Why do you keep coming to me for our food pantry and our utility assistance and rental assistance, as opposed to quit band-aiding the same problem? And let's ask you, brother, sister, why do you keep having this problem over again? Let's look at our finances. Look at how we spend. Let's look at how we shop. And then we pick up seniors. We've got about 50 seniors we pick up daily over the age of 55 who are out in the community. You'll be surprised the average income of our senior citizens in that community is $500 per month. $500 per month to eat, possibly pay rent, take care of your home, whatever not.
And the medications, you know how that works.
So not only do we help them find ways to supplemental income, whether some of them, the only meal they get is what we feed them for lunch or the breakfast we get for them. We send them home with a 50-pound box of food in the middle of the month to help supplement and make it to the end of the month. They go on field trips, they go bingo, they go to comedy shows, they do some of everything. And just keep them active and keep them, from isolation and being in their home. So that's some of the things that we do.
Woo! And they doing everything over there in her center, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, Regina, please tell them where they can find you at if they want to assist and give some food to her food pantry.
Yes.
If they want to assist and volunteer to help with some of the children that she's trying to help change their lives. Tell them where they can do that at, Regina.
We are Forest Manors at 5603 East 38th Street. We're right across the street from Messiah and Greater St. Mark Church, between Emerson and Arlington. You can reach Forest Manor at 317-545-1204.
Give me that number one more time, Regina.
317-545-1204.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure. All right, y'all, we are here with the phenomenal Mr. Torrey, who flew down in Indianapolis, Indiana for the 20th Circle City Classic Comedy Jam. Now, Mr. Torrey, I enjoyed your set. You're doing what you do. Everybody knows you. When it comes to comedy, if you don't know this name, then you got some issues on your own. Please, Mr. Torrey, you're here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We got a lot going on. I'm an activist for the youth. All right. So what I do is I try to get people like yourself to give words of encouragement to the youth, because I'm showing your past. You done some things that you should have been doing yourself. But anyhow, let them know how and why they should be doing it. Come up and be a brother like yourself.
I mean, it's alright to be, young and try to experience different things, but you got to know just how far to go as a child, so nothing ever cuts on you later that's going to be detrimental to your future. So, being experimental with things, you should always ask somebody that's your peer, your should I say, your keeper, your mother, your father. A lot of people don't like going, kids don't like going to people that are relatives and they go on the outside source. But you got to remember, whatever you do now is going to affect you later. And you got to know that if it's something that you really can't tell the world, then it must be something you're not supposed to be doing.
I'm talking about 2 words of wisdom up in here. Thank you so much for taking your time, my brother. I know you got a lot going on. Awesome set. Thank you for coming to Indianapolis and blessing us with your talent.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. On the real, Mr. Torrey. All right, y'all. We are here with the host of the 20th Circle City Classic Comedy Jam, Mr. Thomas Davidson, holding it up, posting it up, doing what he do, looking like a young juggernaut up in here. Now, Mr. Davis, you had the crowd on their feet, doing what they do, laughing and woo. That's all great. Now, what I do is I do activism. I'm China, by the way.
How you doing, young man? Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
I do a lot of activism for youth. And so what I like to do is get people such as yourself in the stance that you are in society, to look into our camera and give the youth a word of encouragement.
From me to you, we never take no for an answer. Just know that the majority of young men that are held back from their careers are African American blacks like you. So, hey, they say, oh, get an education, get an education. Yeah, get an education, but learn yourself. Learn what you need to be doing out here. You know? One, don't listen to them on the music videos. Don't. Two, find some kind of job. Some kind. Three, trust God. Four, keep it moving.
It sounds like a good plan to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's worked for this brother. Here he be hosting the 20th anniversary Comedy Jam here at Circle City Classic. And he's done a phenomenal job with a heck of a lineup here today. So thank you so much for taking your time out, Tommy, to talk to our youth, to let them know that they can change their lives.
How they own that. How they own
To
that.
be like you. Thank you so much.
How they own it.
You know, he gonna make me clown him, and
How
I'm
they
trying to
own
be good. But he gonna make me clown him, and then he gonna make me clown. I was trying to be good. Okay, I'm back. All right then. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here still at the Circle City Classic 20th Anniversary Comedy Jam. Now, this event has been going on for a long time, and tonight, when I tell you, I know I may look a little jacked up, it's because of this brother that's sitting in this chair. When I say the man had me crying, the brother had me crying with such realistic and, you know, the type of comedy that this brother does, I can't even describe it, because you try to say it's your personal life, but it's really not. It's his personal life that he makes you feel like you're a part of. So right now I'm going to introduce our camera for you youth to understand a man such as himself doing what he's doing. I'm sure he's had some tribulations in life, but where he's at right now and sharing the funny with us, I can't get my mascara together. Mr. Ernest J. Take your time out, Mr. Ernest J.
I appreciate it.
If you would please just look into the camera and tell some encouraging words to the youth who may be aspiring to do your career or some other type of career, but just stop with the nonsense that we have going on. I don't know if you're familiar or aware of this, but we just lost a 10-year-old baby shot down in the street here like a dog.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to get these kids to understand that's not it. Please tell them something encouraging.
Well, I feel, and just me being real with y'all, it also starts with the parents. But the parents, more or less, it starts with the men. Men, you need to be a man. I mean, we all go out here and we want to do our thing, but think of the outcome. But ladies, and I'm talking to y'all as mothers, young girls, you got to know when to keep your legs closed. Keep your legs closed until the time is right.
Illustration.
Because you have to understand that what you think feels good for the moment may be a lifetime of misery. And don't be the smartest one in your group. And I'm telling you this because you have to realize I'm straight up out of the Pokemon Projects out of Miami, Florida. And when I tell you this, I'm telling you the real. I'm one of those that survived the jungle. Trust me on that. You know, when somebody wants you to go do something, you know it's wrong, and you know it's wrong. I don't want to hear no excuse when you get caught up wrong. I shoulda, or I knew better. I don't know why I did it. You know how we like to say, I don't know. Well, you go out there and I'm not going to even tell you that. Don't do it. If that's what you want to do whatever you want to do. Know the consequences that are coming behind it, because there are going to be some once you're caught. So you can do wrong if you want to, or you can get your life started and lay the path for your life, because you're going to have troubles. But it's how you deal with them. And that's my advice to any of the young people and even the older people. Starts at the house, though.
In other words, clean it up, ladies. We got some work to do up in here. Thank you so much for your words of encouragement, Mr. Ernest. I'm sorry to be laughing when I look at you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you know, anyway, your talent is truly that, a talent.
Thank you
know,
so much.
what a gift. At Circle City Classic 20th Comedy Jam with the headliner for the evening, Mr. Gary Owens himself. He's looking serious right now because he got some serious stuff to talk to you about. You don't know, but what I wanted to do is give a word of motivation to the youth in this city. We just had a 10-year-old child run down like a dog in the street. So we're trying to motivate these kids to change their lives. I know I just shocked you. Woo! Anyhow, funny behind the funny. Please, Mr. Gary Owens, tell them a word of encouragement. Just real quick, just something to encourage them. Stop shooting each other, whatever you want to spit out there, but tell them something.
Go to class. Take your ACTs. Use your guidance counselors. That's what they're there for. You don't take your ACT, you can't go to college. I didn't go to college. I made something of my life though. Crazy how that happens.
All right. I think you should get a lot out of that. Read between the lines of what the man was saying here. Mr. Gary Owens, I thank you so much. I know you're in the
Thank
bus.
you. And to your Spanish watchers, hola.
I have African also.
Blanco, negro. White, black.
This is the new jigger. You call him a jigger, not the other word,
I
jigger.
don't say anything but 2 G's and an A at the end.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gary. I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. God bless you for coming to Indianapolis
God
and making
bless
us
you.
laugh. Oh, God bless you. Thank you, sir. We have found a true fan here. Once again, somehow I picked out a lady who came to see one particular gentleman at this comedy show. Tell them who you are, baby, and who you come to see.
I'm Georgia Torres, and I'm here to see Arnaz J. and Gary Owen. I like them both.
You like them both? All right,
Yes.
well, you enjoyed the show, baby,
Thank
girl,
you.
because trust me, the first one was off the hook.
Okay.
So get ready. If you got mascara on, get the tissue, because there's going to be some issues going on up in there.
Thank
When I
you.
tell you they bought the house out, they bought the house out. Now, are you from Indianapolis,
Yes, I
Indiana?
am. Yes.
All right, so one of Indy's own. Now, how long have you been participating in the Circle City Classic events?
I'm about 20 years now.
All right, a 20-year veteran up in here, so she know what she can expect when she rented this facility. All right, thank you so much for your
Thank
time,
you.
baby girl, and enjoy your show.
Thank you.
On
Have
the
a good
real.
night.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we found another fan that is out here for the Circle City Classic 20th Anniversary Comedy Jam. Now, brother man, I just saw you walk through the door here. You got your tickets. Who is it particular that you come out here to see tonight? Is it all the comics or one Pacific that you
I come see all the
You
comments.
come to see all of them?
All
There's
of
not one that you particularly care for more than the others?
No, I
They
just
all
like
make
all
you
of them.
laugh.
That's all I come for, a good laugh.
Are you a true representative of Indianapolis, Indiana, or did you come in for this event?
I came in for this. I'm a representative of Louisville, Kentucky, baby.
All right then, my brother. Thank you for coming down for it. Now, how many Circle City classes have you made that trek down before?
The last 6.
The last
Then,
six.
it's been a few before that, but the last 6 I've been
The
with.
last six you've been straight.
Yeah.
So are you finding that each year the event gets better?
Yeah, this is the best one I've had this
The
year.
best one you've had this year. All right, ladies. So we like to hear that in Indianapolis, Indiana, because this is something that brings truly African Americans together. White folks invited too, but it's specifically for us. Did you go to the game?
Yes.
Who played and tell them who won?
I don't remember that.
Oh, he must have been up in a suite at the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, listen. My brother, thank you for coming in, for spending your time in Indianapolis, Indiana, while we're doing the Circle City Classic thing. Peace to you. God love. Thank you. We have a fan out here. Now, we're going to hope she says a different name tonight. Not to disrespect the brother that's been getting all the love, because truly, I love him. I want to know specifically, who did you come out here to see this evening?
Arnaz J.
Arnaz, you got more fans in Indianapolis, my brother, than anybody else, okay? Let me tell you something, lady. Arnaz had me in tears. I had to redo my makeup. My brother's that serious with it.
I didn't bring a tissue.
Well, you better stop and get yourself
All right.
somewhere. Now, tell them who you are and where you're from.
My name is Stephanie Hanna, and I'm from South Bend, Indiana, but I live here in Indy now.
All right, so how many of the Circle City Classics have you participated in?
Oh, numerous.
Numerous?
Yeah.
Do you find it to be better each year? Some things change? How do you perceive it?
Some things have changed over the years. As you get older, the party isn't as important. So I'm just here to laugh and have a good time.
All right, well, awesome. We thank you so much for taking your time out to speak with us
All right,
here on
no
the Real.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you and enjoy the show. Get
right.
your tissue, girl, because
Okay.
Arnaz dripping up in here.